First games of the 2019 NCAA men's basketball tournament are underway, and we're taking a look at the South region. This quarter, the bracket is led by #1 seed Virginia. You'll remember last year, the Cavaliers became the first team ever to lose to a 16 seed. Other top seeds in the South region are Tennessee and Purdue, as well as the defending champions, the Villanova Wildcats. Lesley Van Arsdall is a weekend sports anchor for our Philadelphia station, KYW. She's outside the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut. So you've covered Villanova for KYW. Take us through their season.
Well, you know, they started off the season down 4 guys from last year. They all went to the NBA, and, you know, the 2 seniors, Jay Wright, expected, but they didn't expect all 4 to be leaving the team. So starting right away, this was a very, very different team from the team that won the national championship, and they struggled, and then they kind of pulled themselves together. And I would say this is maybe Jay Wright's best coaching job so far this season, you know, pulling these freshmen together, pulling the younger guys together, led by Eric Paschal and Phil Booth, and then going on to win the Big East tournament, which really does give them a sense of confidence heading into the big dance.
So we know St. Mary's is a popular upset pick. What do you think the Gales have to do to upset the defending champs?
Well, Villanova has had for a long time the reputation they live by the 3, they die by the 3. So if they can shut that down, that's going to be a big problem for Villanova. Also, it's interesting because with the younger guys, they've each kind of had a game where they really stepped up. If they can kind of get that going, that's going to give them the edge. So it'll be very interesting to see.
I'm curious about head coach Jay Wright. What do you think he's got to do to motivate the team?
Well, you know, he doesn't have to do much to motivate them, but what he said has been his biggest challenge, especially with some of the younger guys, is, you know, when you get to that point where you win the Big East, when you go into March Madness, there's a lot of distractions that some of the younger guys aren't really used to. So he's also using his seniors to try to help them kind of tune everything out. But he said that's been kind of the biggest challenge for him so far.
You know what, it's hard. We forget it just as much as athletics is important. It's also a mental thing that you got to factor into the game. I'm curious about Villanova. What do they need to do to make a deep tournament run this year?
Again, I think it all has to do with the younger guys because, you know, Phil Booth and Eric Paschal, they can only carry the team so far. And when the younger guys, when like the Colin Gillespie's, when the Jermaine Samuels, when they step up, they win these big games. And if they can stay consistent, and that's really the key point here, if they can do that and stay consistent, they can make a pretty deep run here, I feel.
We'll see how it adds up with these younger folks and how it goes. Lesley Van Arsdall, thank you.